Alrighty, Shark Customs, we are rolling. We got our little friend back here, as you can see. Little Oscar, he's been in some videos before. We're watching him for a week. This is my daughter and her fiance's puppy. He's an old puppy. Anyhow, as you can see, we got this plastic barrier here. This is like my, I don't know, 6mm vapor barrier. That's my spray booth for the Mustang. We got it set up. We've been doing some painting in that side of the garage. But we're going to do a reveal on the quarter scale. We spent some time. We got everything prepped. I believe we did a video on getting the molds all prepped and bolted together. And I'm going to flip it up. We did a, basically we did a clear cast. So we didn't use gel coat. I wanted to try just doing a clear cast first. I got some new gel coat. Just arrived the other day. We are going to do one with gel coat. But I just wanted to get a part made for my viewers. And it's been a long time. And basically, so what we laid in here, we laid in about, I'm going to guess 40 ounces of polyester resin. And we did a layer of woven cloth, and we did a layer of chop mat, both being 6 ounce. There was some extras, you know, extras put here and there on the sharp corners. Sharp corners are, I'm just gonna say, are very hard. These pieces right here, these little overlaps are so hard. Probably got 10 hours at least into laying this up. Now, I've watched hundreds of YouTube composite building videos, and I haven't seen anything quite like this. I see people making, you know, kind of roundish things or squarish things, and you know, they make it look so easy. They gel coat it, you know, they put their mat on it. They do it all kind of simultaneously. They don't really explain anything. There's so many variables with composite building. And number one, I am new at this. I've done some fiberglassing here and there, but something this intricate, it's not that it's beyond me, because I love to learn. That's the cool thing about here at Shark Customs. Always learning new things. But we're going to blow this thing apart. I got all the bolts out of the mold. There's still a few soft spots. But we're going to pop it open and we're going to have a look. Hopefully, unlike the last time, I don't run anything that's too hard. I'm going to slip on my my extra set of eyes here. Now, I don't use wedges. You know, I see people on the internet and they're using plastic wedges and wooden wedges and stuff to pop the molds and stuff off. As you can see, we got all the bolts out. We're just kind of, you know, Shark Customs, we're just going to go for it and we're going to see what happens. I think I'll start at the back. Now, and what I don't see on the internet is I don't see a lot of people, I don't see them using air. I want you to watch how this works. I'm going to wedge this in. I'll get a screwdriver. Oh, look at that. You can see the PVA flying out. Look at that. That's how easy that was using air. Look at that. There you go. There's the tailgate. That came off pretty easy. I'm going to set it under the table. There's what the clear cast kind of looks like. We got some air bubbles here and there. Not bad. There's an air bubble there. That could be filled with filler. There's little air bubbles within the fiberglass, but I don't feel them. Everything else doesn't look bad. Let's try the next one. Let's get this under an edge if I can. Oh, I can hear it. There we go. We get the PVA popping. Look at that, flying out everywhere. Just grab it and... Oh, look at that. Look at that. You gotta like that. There's our mold. Looks like it's survived. Got some PVA to clean up. Nice. Right underneath. Look at that. Look at that PVA. Doing its job. Now, I don't wax. I did not use wax of any sort. Just straight up PVA. Now I see we got a lot of airing. We got a lot of, we got some air bubbles. And some of them we might be able to push through, like see right there. Here, let me grab a screwdriver. See, you can push through. And I kind of thought that that was going to happen. I can fill these either with more resin, or I can use a little more polyester resin. You know, it's like I said, it's all new to me. It's my first time doing something quite this intricate. I think we'll go for the top. I might be able to just pull it. Oh, it's already lifting. Oh, pop. Look at that. Look at that. The molds there, you can see I did a repair there, and all I did was put some body filler and put the PVA right over it. Didn't paint it. Nothing. That one popped right off. Check that out. Quite cool. Quite cool. This PVA is pretty amazing. Let's peel it off. We can just wash this off with some water. So there's air bubbles all through it, but there's some little pitting here and there, but overall, for a clear cast, I can use this part. You can have a look at this edge here. This is our edge, where our flange was. It's itty bitty, little bit of sanding. Not bad as far as the strength. It's only 2 layers of 6 ounce. One cloth, one chop. Let's carry on. Let's try that front piece. Let's see if we can get this front piece off. I think it's going to pop easy. Looks like it already moved. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This front was one of my main concerns. It's got the most intricate sections. We're gonna just pull on it. Oh, maybe on the side. This was what gave me a hard time last time. Oh, there we go, it popped. Nice. Look at that. Get the PVA out of the way. Not bad. I figured that this front piece was going to be so full of air bubbles. Just because I rushed it last night. I actually got a little upset. I worked till like 3 in the morning. Just going constant. It's actually, it's not that bad. I can use this. I can use this. Now all we got is the sides. We get the sides to pop off. Not sure how they're gonna go. I'm just gonna grab it. And I got really nothing to wedge. Try some air. There we go. Side. We got a little bit of flash. Got a little bit of flash on the edge. Like here you can see the flash. Very little. Very easy to sand off. Let me grab my screwdriver. Get some air. I knew the sides were going to be a little tricky. I know it sounds bad, but it's really not that bad. There we go. There we go. We got it moving. Thinking maybe the mold. The molds might need some reinforcement here and there. It's coming. These are going to be a little tricky. In around the running boards at the bottom here. They don't want to give it up. They don't want to give it up, but they're going to give it up. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Let's check out the mold. The mold. We lost a little piece here, but other than that, they're pretty much still intact. Kind of nice. Let's put it underneath. Let's have a look at this side. Oh, look at that. There we go. We got, so officially, we got our first part. Now it's a clear cast. It doesn't have gel coat on it. I gotta look at some of the stuff in here. I can see, if the camera can zoom in, you can see right in here. Right in there, we kind of missed. We missed a little bit in there. That can be repaired. That is actually a hole right through. I see one in here, if the camera wants to come around. There's a hole right there. It's a little soft on that edge, but I knew that because that was one of the really tricky hard parts to get at, but that can be repaired. Running boards look good. You know, I'm seeing air bubbles within the gel coat, or I mean the not the gel coat, the polyester. But that's all on the inside. So we take a look on the inside. You know, there was some layering put on, and like what you see here is kind of airy. It was kind of extra reinforcement put over areas where I used milled fiber. Let's see if we can pull that other. See if we can pull that other side off. I'm not going to worry too much. We got a little bit of flash. around the seamed edges. As far as the strength, it's actually, you know, for an RC, for what it's going to be used for, it's actually not that bad. Let's flip it around, see if we can't pull this side off. I'm going to try and go for it. Get some air. I know it's loud, but it gets the job done. Might have to manhandle this one a little more. There we go. Like to hear the pop. I like the air. Air seems to help release. These little steak pocket areas. These little steak pocket areas are the are kind of where everything gets glued together. There we go. Just gotta get it at the right spot. There we go. See what kind of do if we have any. I wouldn't say major damage. That was stuff I put in there. Kind of looks like it got pulled off onto there. No, it looks good. It looks good. Hard to tell with all the PVA. Let's have a look at this side quickly. Get some of the PVA off. I like it when it comes off in large pieces. Basically, I'll just go over it, I'll wash it. Down in the running board area, I see a little bit of air bubbling here and there. But like I said, regardless of how this turned out, it's most certainly my first, you know, I mean, it's a 6-piece split mold. Do we have any holes in the steak pocket area? The steak pockets themselves, as you can notice, it looks very thick and very full because I decided to fill this up with the milled fiber, and I figured it was going to be a really bad spot, and they actually, that's almost solid resin and milled fiber, but I feel no air bubbles. I feel nothing. Steak pockets feel good. I don't feel no air bubbles. That is awesome. That is awesome. How about now that we got our I want to pick it up. So I'm gonna guess. I will put it on the scale later, but I'm gonna guess. Oh gee, I don't know. That's hard to tell. I'm gonna say maybe 5 pounds, maybe 4. I'm gonna say between 4 and 6. I want to do something else for the viewers just before I get the hell out of here tonight. I want to grab the chassis. Let's grab the chassis, get the chassis here. Let's set the body on the chassis, see what it looks like. Now I don't have no body mounts here yet. I'll just stick a screwdriver here. This could be a little bit higher. I don't have any blocks at the moment, but you know, if I showed you a picture of my truck, and if this one was painted black to match, it's a pretty close resemblance. So, there you go. You got to see us pop the molds. It's not half bad. It needs a little cleanup. There's a little bit of flash here and there. I was totally expecting that. It's actually a little bit lighter. Needs some fixing up here and there, but for the very first pull out of the molds themselves survived, which is great. Am I happy? I'm happy because when I started laying this up last night, I figured that this thing was going to come out and turn out to be a big old piece of shit. But I can use this. I can work with this. Needs a little bit of TLC. Now, I'm going to prep the molds again. And we're going to try something just a little different for the next pull. Probably going to use the gel coat. We're going to do one that way. And if you stay tuned to Sharp Customs, we're actually thinking about pulling one, but setting it up, basically taking each piece and doing the layup before putting the molds together, keeping everything as close and as tight as we can with the cloth and the resins. Look at that stuff. That stuff's so cool. And then putting the 6 pieces together and just putting, you know, stripping, edging around to bond all the pieces together. That is another one of my ideas for molding one of these. Probably the next one though, we'll just clean them up, we'll put them all together, we'll gel coat it up, and we'll lay up another one. I did not think it was going to take that long to do a layup. To me it was way too long. I got to try some other materials. But you know what? That's pretty bitchin' looking. I don't care. It's a clear cast, yes, I get it. But you know what? It's flexible. It's going to be painted anyway. And until our next video, Sharp Customs, like, share, subscribe, and you know what? Hit that notification bell. You know, you want to see when we're coming back. And until then, I'm out. Sharp Customs, later.